don't know what was going on a little while ago, but my camera, I ain't even realize because I wasn't looking at it after I greeted y'all, but it was so bright. I was like, what is going on? And the sun ain't out. The sun is not out yet. Like, what you see going on right now, that was the whole screen. Like, the sun ain't even out, y'all. It's not even 7 a.m. yet. It's not even 6:30 a.m. yet here. So I'm looking like, why was the screen doing that? But yeah, now I'm almost to the destination, which it wasn't gonna take me that long to get there anyway, but still. So like I was saying, sorry about that. First of all, let me greet y'all again. Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame and Cinnamon Sugar, and I am out and about running errands. I am about to see if I can acquire a seeded watermelon or 3. At least one good one. I don't know, because I'm the one who got to haul them in the house. So I don't play nothing. I don't play about, leaving them in the car and all. I'm just like, see, since it's early enough, if I am able to find a few, I might get 2 or 3. And then over the course of every 30 minutes, I'll go out there and haul one in the house. Again, if I can acquire a few. But if nothing else, I'm hoping I can find at least one good one, so I can haul it in the house now. But anyway, ain't nobody here just like I like it. Y'all don't be understanding. I am so serious about living for not having to be out when everybody and their raggedy mama, daddy, brother, sister, and everybody else is out and about trying to do the same thing I'm doing. I cannot stand being nowhere where it's packed out just because. I'm just like, what's actually the reason? Oh, okay, I was about to read. I was about to say, why? Let me go up here. No reason me do all that. I was about to say, why these people got all this stuff in the parking spots? But yeah, this person, they doing the most. I don't know if they anticipate staying in there a long time or what, but yeah, the most is being done. Just know that. Sorry, y'all. It's so, I don't know. That light situation threw me all the way off. But, put the car in park. But yeah, y'all, I am at the store now. So I'm about to go inside and see if I can acquire some good old seeded watermelons. Okay? And I shall return. I want to take y'all inside with me, but I don't know. I'm gonna see. Once I get in there, let me see what it's hidden for. Okay? I'll be back. Okay, y'all. So I'm in the grocery store, and I've never been to this location before. Oh, y'all, oh, it went off. I was gonna whip the camera around. That was very short-lived. I've never seen that happen in just 0.2 seconds. So y'all know, well, I don't know how many of y'all have experienced this before or not, but in the produce section, it'll rain down water and whatnot from time to time. I hadn't seen that in a while, but I was gonna whip it around and show y'all. What is this? Oh, piece of lint, because I was like, what is going on here? But as soon as I saw it, it all of a sudden decided that it wanted to stop. Like, I've never seen it happen that short. But anyway, so like I was saying, this is the first time that I've been to this location to try to get a watermelon. So far, I'm only seeing like little baby ones that ain't got no seeds in them, and I'm just very highly upset because this is like the biggest location. I'm gonna look one more time. Maybe I'm overlooking it, but as of right now, I'm highly upset because why the small locations got them, but you ain't got nothing? You got everything else over here. This section is like almost half the size of the store. So like what a small store would be like. So I'm confused. I really am. I don't know what's going on. Like I seriously don't see any. And all they had were these little baby ones that you could inhale in 0.2 seconds that are organic but not for real. But they are, but they aren't. But whatever. They're sterile. Y'all, I'm highly upset. I really sat up here and came all the way out here for no reason. I'm so mad. Look, and then I'm going to try to show y'all. Hopefully I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. So they got peaches on sale again. And they're hard as balls, as bricks. And I just don't understand why they like to have these on sale when they're trash. This is the second time in 30 days that they've had those on sale. But guess why? In my opinion, it's because they're Virginia peaches. They're terrible. I'm just like, y'all need to stop. Just to piss me off, y'all. Let me go somewhere else. I'm so mad. I'll be back. I will be back. Yo, that made me so upset. I really came out here for no reason. And I mean, like, you know what? That's my fault. That's my fault. Because typically I'm that person that'll call ahead to make sure that something is here at any place. Like, see if somebody carries something. That's my bad. So I can't even really be too mad. I am, though. Because y'all don't understand. Like, this is the biggest location that they have. And it's huge. And for them to not even have a bin for them, they don't have the normal size regular ones. They don't have the seated ones. Because in the other location that I go to, they have 2 big bins. One for the regular ones that are sterile, which means don't have seeds. And the ones that do have seeds. I'm over here about to put the car in drive and ain't got the first key in the ignition. My bad, y'all. I'm just over it. I am over it already. Let me defrost my window real quick, child, because this just threw me. This done threw me all the way off. This is really throwing me off. I really cannot believe this foolishness. Anyway. Random condensation that they got on my car in the 0.2 seconds that I've been in the stove. My bad, y'all. I'm just so, like, I can't. I really cannot. Well, at least I got one thing accomplished. I was able to throw my stuff away. I go, usually I do this when I'm at work, which is I'll come and I'll throw my watermelon rinds away. So at least I was able to get that done. That's the only purpose they served for me today. So at this point, I don't even feel bad. Now, I normally do it at my job because my job get paid for every piece of trash we throw away. So, you know, I don't know how they go over here, but it is what it is. So anyway, so let me tell y'all about, it's kind of going to be like a part 2 of sorts as to what I was telling y'all about yesterday about the guy. So he seems cool. You know what I'm saying? He's been through a lot. I ain't gonna tell y'all what he done been through. But he done, just understand from what he's told me, he's been through a whole lot. And to the point where I actually can't believe that he has not lost his entire mind. Because he actually was in the process of losing his mind. And then some. See, this is why y'all tear y'all cars up. Because y'all be having deep dips like this. But then want to whoop down and then wonder why your car tore up. Sorry. I just don't be understanding why people don't know how to drive. So anyway, but yeah, he over here telling me about his life story. Yesterday he told me some more, and when I tell y'all, he comes from the complete opposite of what I came from. It's very, like, unnerving. I had to ask him several times, has he been to a therapist? Has he been in therapy? Is he going to therapy? And he finally told me that he is actively in therapy now. And I'm like, well, good. Because he definitely needed to do that. This looked like the raggedy side heifer behind me, but I don't think so. I just think it's one of the millions of people in this city that got a Chrysler 300. And it's like, why? No, is it her? I don't know. It might be that dusty heifer. I don't know. We'll see. I'll let y'all know when whoever this is past me. Shouldn't be her, though. But anyway, but yeah, he has a whole lot of trauma. He got a whole lot going on. I personally don't believe that he is ready for a relationship, and friendship is all he needs. Like genuine friendship, a listening ear from time to time, hugs. He need all that. He don't live near me, so I can't be there in person. You know what I'm saying? He has a demanding job, so he cannot travel here, which is fine with me because I'm not ready to, you know, be up in nobody's face anyway. And he already seems like he really likes me or whatever. And he said some things to me that kind of made me, you know, smile and things, which I don't like to do because I don't want to catch feelings for nobody. So, but yeah, y'all, it's been a lot. I just was looking like, Lord have mercy, sir. You going through too much. You done been through too much. Like, no. Like, absolutely not. So, yeah. And then it's like, when I'm on one page, yeah, I'm finna run this light, I ain't got time. When I'm on one page, he on another one. And I'm just like, sir, I don't know what's going on here. But, it's a lot. And I'm not trying to read him. I'm not trying to, you know, talk bad about him. The main thing I wanted to tell y'all was that, you know, even though the chemistry seemed to have been going well, especially in the beginning, I'm the type of person that believes in a realistic situation. Realistic meaning, I feel like if it's meant for somebody to be in your life like that, whether it's a regular friendship and that's it, or friends that become lovers / you know what I'm saying? Are you gonna get over it all? Friends that become lovers, or you know, they become your partner, all of that. I truly believe that there are certain things that you should be able to tell them, and if it's meant for them to be your friend or whatever, then they are on the same page with it, or we can agree to disagree about it, right? Okay. Well, with him, I do like I always do with anybody. I told him straight up, I was like, well, I have some things that might run you away. That's what I like to say, run you away. And I started telling him a couple of things. I'm not going to tell y'all all of them. This person doing the most. I ain't put on the first turn signal, but you want to whoop up behind me, you raggedy heifer. Y'all, these people do not know how to drive. And if she hit me, she going to pay for this car. That's what she going to do. And I'm going to upgrade and get the SUV that I wanted. Get the SUV I wanted. But because it was COVID and whatnot still going on, I wasn't able to get what I wanted. This heifer really was doing the most. Ain't got the first light on. Like, the sun ain't out yet, ma'am. Now, don't let this phone fool y'all. The sun is not out yet. It's still dark enough to where we need to have our lights and stuff on still. Child, so anyway. But yeah, it's an interesting situation. But I brought some things up that I believe in and or I subscribe to, or, you know what I'm saying, there are certain things that I watch. There are certain, you know, content creators that I deal with or whatever. And if you have specific views about those things, then I know that you're going to give me a specific response that's going to instantly ring bells for me to know I can't fool with you like that. Like, I don't think it's going to work out. So the first day I started telling him about certain things. I said, oh, I thought about it. Because at first I was like, no. I got to talk to him. We're going to have to discuss the things that I know more than likely are not going to sit well with him. But if he's cool with it, that means maybe we can be friends. Because I only have one friend that 100% rocks with me. We believe the same things, all of that. I'm talking about 100%. And that's the person that I keep telling y'all about, that I've known since we were in college. I've known her for 20 years. And she everything. You know what I'm saying? It's a little over 29, but yeah, she everything. And she don't play by me. I don't play by her. So, yeah, y'all. Oh, Lord. Okay. I have to realize that when I pull into certain parking spaces, like y'all know, like the diagonal parking spaces, I have to realize that I'm like, oh, it looks like I'm crooked, but I'm like, no, they just don't know how to pull in. Yeah. So anyway, like I just be like, what is wrong with y'all? Like y'all don't understand. They just do so much stupid stuff around here. It's just infuriating. It is so annoying. Take this whole thing in there with me this time. But yeah, y'all, he got too much going on already that he needs to address in therapy. Like I don't think he's had enough therapy right about now, because he's gone through stuff his entire life. Pretty much his entire life. Well, his entire childhood for sure. So, yeah, y'all know I've had events that have happened, but I had a great childhood with, as far as me growing up. But yeah, he's been through a whole lot. Like, don't nobody have time for it type of whole lot. Oh, no one to see if y'all. I need to show y'all this car so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Look like they had rolled up the side of a wall. Child, see, this is what I'm talking about. That's why at this point I want to see if I could beat them out the stove, because I'm trying to tell y'all, almost everybody car around here be wrecked out. I just don't be understanding. But yeah, y'all, sorry. But yeah, Hey y'all, I'm back. I didn't think I was coming back, but I figured I'd come back on here before I even start converting the video and all that stuff to tell y'all about what happened. So, as something that happens from time to time, something told me, go on Instagram. Now, keep in mind, normally something tells me to go on Facebook. So, something told me to go on Instagram, said go to your messages and scroll down. So, I was like, okay. Scroll down. I'm basically being told to scroll down to somebody's last interaction with me. The person I told y'all about that I had been friends with, that's not from here. We were going to music festivals together and all that stuff. Yeah. So y'all know that everything started becoming one-sided, where I was the only one communicating with her. I was the only one reaching out to her. And like she wasn't saying nothing to me. And it seems as though it was because packages were coming to her home. And I'm like, but you gave me permission. You offered it up. I didn't ask. Because I had already been actively looking into getting a P.O. box. Because my packages had been getting stolen. And I'm just like, yeah, I ain't got time for this to keep happening. And I'm just grateful that it hadn't been none of my major packages. You know what I'm saying? Normally I'm able to intercept them, but I shouldn't have to stalk my packages. I shouldn't have to sit by the door and be like, oh, I hear them scanning stuff in or what up. Like, I shouldn't have to do that. And luckily, a lot of them at that time were being sent to an access point. So, yeah. So, again, she offered up her home address for me to send her packages. Mind you, she had gotten a TV and it had been brought to her home. She wasn't at the house. They stayed out there until she got home. Didn't nobody bother it. And she lives in a neighborhood. So it's safe to say that, in my mind, I wasn't worried about anything happening to my packages either, because sometimes I had nice, kind of expensive things being sent to me. Yeah. So, trying to make a long story short, I clicked on her profile. I have been unfollowed and blocked. So I started laughing once I realized it. I was just like, girl. And that's how I know that I have grieved that relationship and moved on, because that typically would be a situation that would make me feel some type of way. I would be highly upset. I would be like questioning why. And that's like the main thing I do. I'm normally trying to figure out, no, what's the reason? I need to know the reason. I need to know. I literally don't even care. Like, that's how crazy this is. I don't even care. And that's normally not how I operate. But that lets you know that I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I didn't do nothing to you, so you have no reason to act like this towards me. So I, in turn, have no reason to feel crazy because I didn't do nothing to you. I'd always been a great friend to her. When I realized that our relationship was what it was at the time, or at least what I thought it was, if I'm cool with you, if you my friend, I'm praying for you, and we talk about deep, intimate things, she started opening up to me because it seemed like she began to get very comfortable with me, and she started opening up to me, and it took her a while. Like, it was so crazy that one day she just out of the blue was just like, I just want to say I appreciate you for not questioning me about my family and all that stuff. I'm going to tell you about it in the future. Like, one day I was at her house, she just randomly said that. Because as I've gotten older, I've been able to just pick up on things. I've gotten to the point where if you don't bring it up first, excuse me, I try not to even ask, like, oh, well, well, how is your mom? How is your dad? And all this other stuff. Like, if I don't know you like that. If you haven't already volunteered information so that I can know, like, your parents are still alive, your parents might be on drugs, something might be going. If you haven't given me anything like that to work with, then I'm not even going to bring up your parents at all. So she would just slowly come to me and tell me stuff. She'd be like, oh, I'm going to go home, and I don't know if I'm going to see my mama, but she would talk about her daddy. And her relationship with her dad seemed to be, so-so. But it seemed like she didn't really have a relationship with her mama. So I was just, I would say to myself, dang, that's what it seemed like. But I'll just wait for her to tell me what it's hidden for. Like, so the only thing I knew for a fact is that her mom was still alive, but that was it. It just seemed like she didn't have a relationship with her. So, like I said, she randomly was just like, I just want to thank you for not, asking me questions about that and trying to pressure me into talking about it, because I will tell you when the time is right. So I was like, oh, no, you good. So, but yeah, like I said, when I'm your friend, I pray for you and all that, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I have done so many things for her out of the kindness of my heart because she was my friend. That for her to then get in her feelings and start to pull back from me, all because she offered up her address for me to send my packages to, that makes no sense. So in my mind, when everything first happened, I was like, okay, she's annoyed. I could tell she's annoyed. And I just made sure to give her a play-by-play of when packages are supposed to be coming. Child, I hadn't been having no delays in my packages. Then all of a sudden, when they were going to her, she was getting irritated because it was a whole lot of them. Of course, they started getting delayed. I was like, oh my gosh, this supposed to been here, this supposed to been here, all of this. So I'm like several times a week giving her updates on the packages and things. You could just tell that everything shifted, and I was just like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And then one time she was about to go out of town with her boyfriend, and she was like, oh yeah, I did forget. So I mean, thank you for reminding me, because she was gonna sit stuff out so that I can come and get it when I got off work, because this was when I was working like crazy. And she had told me that she would sit the packages out, and at first the plan was for her boyfriend to be at the house, and so I told her to alert him to the fact that I'd be there so he wouldn't think that it's a burglar or something, because they carry. You know what I'm saying? Or I know she carried. I don't know if he was gonna, her stuff was gonna be at the house. So since her gun was gonna be at the house, he might think something going on, come out there and accidentally shoot me. I ain't got time for that. So I'm like, well, can you let him know that I'm gonna be coming by? So there was a change of plan. He ended up going with her because she was gonna have some business to handle. He was gonna come down because he does not live here. He lives back home. So it was just a whole situation going on. And they just ended up dead in that, and they just ended up going together. So she left everything, and that was like, I think the last time that I had a package sent over there, because that was the last of the packages. But yeah, like I said, I was just like, oh, I'm gonna let it cool down, because I could tell she had her feelings, she pulling back and all this. Wouldn't hardly tell me about the date. I had to see it on Facebook. I'm just like, okay. Like all the details I had to find out on Facebook. Normally she's telling me every little detail. I'm the main person, if not the only person outside of him that knew all the details. And like I told y'all before, I've met him before. Like we've hung out before. So I'm just like, girl. But anyway, I said all that to say this. I'm just glad of all the growth that I've, had to happen over the years, because the old me would have been so torn up about this. Like I really would have been torn up. I'm the type of person that when I know I haven't done anything to you, it's like, oh no. I need to know why. I need to know why you feel this way. I haven't done anything to you. Why are you being so distant? Why are you not friends with me anymore? Like I was terrible at that. I probably would have found a way and tried to reach out to her. I probably would have popped up at the house and left a note or something. Like I be doing the most. But now I'm just like, girl, it just ain't even worth it. I don't think it's worth it. So next time I see my friend, I'm gonna tell him straight up. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I don't think it's worth it, because he's asked me before if I thought it was worth it if he were to, um, be a mediator. Because I told him that's the only way it would happen. Like he would have to be there as a mediator. So the next time I see him, I'm gonna be like, yeah. Since I go back to this schedule that I'm going to, I'm gonna start seeing him, because I haven't seen him since I've been on this schedule. So yeah, y'all. She unfollowed me and blocked me on Instagram, and she unfollowed me. Unfriended me, and I don't know if she blocked me. I think she did block me on Facebook. I'm like, oh, you took your own self out of my life. Thanks. Thank you. There's money that I've saved because I was gonna go up for her birthday this year. I was gonna really go up because I have friends that don't need anything, but I have other friends that they don't usually get anything. Nobody really sets it off for them. So I had plans for her birthday this year. That's why I kept asking her specific questions that was just throwing her off, and she never answered them because she was so upset that I was having packages sent to her home, not knowing that I was about to sit up there and spend all kinds of money on her for her birthday. But once all this started unfolding and I started saying to myself, okay, let me pull back, let me wait, because I was about to pull the trigger on the stuff. But I kept waiting on her to send me the replies, and she never would respond to what I asked her. So that was another hold up. So, I've been asking for discernment, and I've been asking to learn about things way before it gets too far along. And I'm grateful that it's been happening now. It's really been happening. Like, I guess you got to be very specific in what you pray and ask for. I'm guessing that's what it is, y'all. Because I would have never seen this coming. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I'm glad I started kind of feeling some type of way because I would have been looking crazy because I had already had my moment where I was just like, dang, you acting like this because of packages? What? Girl. But yeah, y'all. It's a mess. So I might go on ahead and decide to have a petty moment and find her on Instagram and find her on Facebook if it's possible. Because I mean, I can just go to her, the messages that we've. Well, you know what? I can, if I ever send her a message on Facebook, I can go there and block her on there. So I could be petty. I really could be petty and block her so that she can't try to spin the block and try to be my friend again. So yeah, because I've done nothing to her. Like I can show y'all messages right now. Y'all be like, um, so what about this is grounds for dismissal? Like what is really going on? Like y'all, I cannot help but to laugh because this is one of the most idiotic reasons that somebody has stopped dealing with me. I can't believe it. I really can't. But it's all right. I'm glad. You one less person that I gotta have in my life. You're not gonna drain me. You're not gonna waste my time no more. I ain't gotta do all that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even mad about any of the money that have given and used on her. I gave that to her because that's what I wanted to do at that time. I wanted to bless her with that stuff back then. So it is what it is. There were other things I've done for her. I did those things because at the time I thought that she was my friend. So it is what it is. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here and tell y'all about that. Have y'all had a situation like that happen to y'all before? Where you didn't do nothing, but somebody decided that they were just gonna distance themselves from you, ghost you, and not have nothing to do with you no more. Y'all, I'm gone. Bye.